Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the channel. We're starting a few minutes early today. Hope everybody is well. And should see some interesting stuff. We set this up last night. We had a request from Sethanon, actually. You can see him on the right hand side of the friends list there. Put him up. Sethanon actually challenged us maybe about 4 or 5 weeks ago now. Take the Cobra Daytona Coupe and see if I could beat his 24 laps. Which I thought would be actually a very interesting challenge. Also had a mail this morning off Damien, you can see there in the RA272, saying he was about 14 seconds short of 26 laps with the RA272. Could I do any better? Would I like his setup? Well, I've got a setup which you saw last night worked out for the Daytona Coupe. We've already got a setup for the 272, which I think should be pretty good, but if it is what I think it is, and I'll just double check, I'll just see if Damien did actually fire it through. Let's double check. So see, he didn't actually send it through, but never mind. I've already got one, which we'd have to try. And we've then got, as you can see at the top, the 226 lappers there using the Abarth 595 SS. We do have that as well. So we're going to start off with the Daytona Coupe. No particular strategy to this other than try and get a one-stop out of it. We can see somebody there's done 27 with the Abarth. I haven't done 27 before. I've only ever done 26. So that's going to be pretty impressive. We might have a little bit of work to do with the setup to try and do that. You can see somebody's done 26 with the 272 already. Somebody's done 25 with the SL Coupe and the A20 220 race car, which both are extremely good cars. I can definitely vouch for the 220. But whilst this is not a waste of an effort trying to get to 26 or 27 laps, it certainly should be a good little bit of fun. We've all done these races before. If you haven't got your name up on the list there and you're on my friends list, now's probably the time to give it a shot. Jump on with anything, and we'll just take a look at what we've got. So, settings for the car. Why am I changing car? We're on comfort medium tyres. 459.97 pp. Now this car comes, as it's a race car, it comes with specified equipment, so you can't change anything. The suspension you can see there is fully customizable. Everything is default. We've not changed anything at all. The differential there is 555. I've said that to the magic 555. We could actually, if we need to, just tweak that braking sensitivity a little bit, just to give us a little bit more. Can't change any of the downforce. It is what it is. It comes with what it comes with. The ECU, fully customizable, is set to 70. Ballast at 174, all the way to the very front, and the power restrictor at 70. We can see the torque curve there. It goes all the way up to around about 8,000 revs before it drops off. Sorry, that's the brake horsepower curve, but the torque curve only goes up to 39, so it tails off. So you can change gear anywhere between 4,000 RPM and around about 7,900 probably, and you'll be fine. So it's a bit of a short shifter in that respect. We've messed with the gears. All we've actually done, we've changed the final drive there to equal 260 kilometers. Whatever that bottom one is, it's there. Hey Wilkie, welcome. Hey Isaac, welcome my friend. Hope the fishing went well today. We've got the intercooler set to none and the supercharger is low end torque. Got the brake controller down the front there. We could put that to the front, I guess, to give us some a little bit of brake balance at the front. We'll have to see how that goes in the race. And we've got the stroke up, titanium conrods, pistons, racing crankshaft, and the increased body rigidity all installed. The only other thing we've done, we've set the standard wheels to wide. We've done nothing else. My settings will be everything as a help aid. Traction control 1, ABS default, Active stability management is on and counter-steer assistance is on strong. That's to keep this car under control. We are going to reduce the fuel map. We're going to attempt to one-stopper. We're going to try and have some fun while we're doing it. Now, I'm going to talk my way through it. Probably going to have plenty of time to read the chat, etc. So, let's see how we go. Just going to leave that fuel map where it is. Going to try and get the laps up to around about 12. Fishing was slow. I bet it was cold as well. It was cold this morning when I went out. Now this should be a pretty much neck and neck battle. I think the AI are going to pit twice. We're going to attempt to pit once. Going to try and get to the front if we can. Try and use the torque of this supercharger. Try and get us somewhere to the front if we can. Now Mr. Maragolino there used to be exceedingly crazy in this race. Used to crash just at this very point. Used to crash into this apex as well, but they seem to have tuned him up a little bit and given him a new lease of life, so he's the man to race. Warm. Oh, fish just not feeding, okay. I've had a really lazy day today. I haven't really done anything of a muchness. I've dozed my way through the afternoon, had a bit of a sleep. I was watching various videos on the old TV box with the wife. She's resting. Did the hospital visit this morning. She's getting set up for some scans she's got to have in the next couple of weeks. But she's not very happy because she doesn't like hospitals and doctors. So, as you know, she was a little bit unwell a couple of months ago, and kind of at the end of the process now, just waiting to see some final scans and checks, and just to see if she needs surgery or anything, which I know she's dreading and she doesn't want. So that was this morning. She's been up and fretting for a couple of hours, so that's why I'm tired this afternoon. But a little doze this afternoon worked out beautifully. But, that's the way life goes. So tomorrow's going to be pretty much the same, I think. Bought the new chair from GT7. I broke my my office chair yesterday. It done 4 or 5 years since the start of COVID, so it wasn't so bad. But just disappointing that it would break. But then again, I do like GT7 equipment, so... Hey Seb, welcome. I think this is aiming for 25 laps, this little Cobra. Yeah, not having too bad a time myself, I was just explaining. Hope you're having a good one. Mr. Hizal has the fastest lap. Get this thing to flow through there. It slides a little bit, doesn't it? Well, oh, yeah. The ASM catches that. It says we've got 8.6 laps there. Coming up 8.7. Done 2. I'm hoping that gets to around 12. We'll have to see. Good evening, Lee. Welcome. Lee should be home after his mammoth drive back from Scotland last night. And this morning. Welcome home. No, I didn't do Nations Cup. No, I didn't. No, it's not for me today. I spending time with the wife, just making sure she's happy and alright, and didn't want to be on the computer. Sitting on the couch, place to be. I don't know what the combo was now. Wasn't it Nürburgring? If I remember right. As in GP track, I can't remember. I remember looking at the 4 races that there were supposed to be, but I don't actually recall it. Can't remember. We have the fastest lap of the race so far, 2:27.832. We know we can get that down a little bit. Special stage route X, oh my lordy. I don't think I've actually looked at the manufacturers. I think I looked at the other one. Fuji, okay. Makes sense. I didn't look at this one, manufacturers. No, I looked at the last one that finished last week. That was Nürburgring, wasn't it? Last Saturday. It's struggling for the laps today. Should I be dropping that to fuel map 6? See if we can get it pushed the same. I'm in the Daytona Cobra Coupe. We made a very quick setup for it last night to settle it down and make it not such a wild beast, and we were able to get 12 to 13 laps out of it last night to make it a one-stop race, but looks like I'm going to struggle for now. We've had to drop to fuel map 6, and I'm sure I was on fuel map 4 last night. I'm hoping these boys are pitting for 2 times. We will pit the once. It's the Daytona Cobra Coupe. Oh no, it's not that, my friend. We're working our way to the Abarth. I've been challenged by Sethanon, who has used this car previously, and he asked me to make a setup for it and make it more drivable and see if I could beat his time. So we're going to do Alsace tonight, but we know that the Abarth is the car to use. Somebody's done 27 laps, so I thought it might be a good little warm-up to use a slower car, then go to the RA272 and then go to the Abarth and see if we can get somewhere on the friends list. I've only ever done 26 laps here, so we need to get a little bit warmed into it. We've got 3.5 hours, 3 and 45 minutes, 3 hours 45 to get it done, so might as well give it a shot in both this and the RA, and give people a chance to have a go with 3 setups, or make notes on 3 setups or whatever. See if I can beat the time suggested by Sethanon. We really need the laps to come back. We did 6 laps last night. and we calculated we should get to the end of the 24th, just rolling into the 25th, which would be dead good. But Seth did 24. In the RA I'd like to do 25, I'd like to do 26, and then I'd like to do 27, 26 in the Abarth, and then 27 if we can. That would be nice. Seth Anon's on. Welcome, Seth. We'll try. No guarantee. The car doesn't seem to want to play today. So Mr. Mangiano has actually gone ahead with a 227.082. We'll try and crank this bad boy a bit. Looks like we're going to get 12 laps. Ish. Had to lift there. We're just coming round to lap the two little slowmobiles. This is where I overtook them last night. Purely because they went line astern with the two little dudes. They're having quite a race by the looks of it. So Seth Anon did 24 laps in this Cobra Daytona. Damien did 25, didn't get quite to 26 in the RA. He was asking if I could maybe do 26 in the RA, which would be interesting. Be an interesting challenge. I don't think I've ever done it before in the RA to that tune. But then he didn't share the setup, so his setup. But I've got one. We'll give that a play. This is really quite drivable. It's really quite a good little mover. It probably needs just a little bit of suspension work to give it that little bit more. Just watching the adverts roll. With standard car, just lowered PP. Oh wow. So I've given this a whack of a tune then. So if anybody notices the Widdowmaker.com, you'll notice new products have gone on there today. They've released some new products to us that we could customise. I've done a few today. If it interests anybody. Somebody was saying if I got a hot mug or something like that, they would be interested. I couldn't get a hot mug. I've got a hot flask, hot and cold flask, which I've put on there, which can take your hot drink. Damo's on. Welcome, Damo. If you don't mind, my friend, that'd be good. I'd be able to see what it's like and set it up against mine. Because it might as well be me versus the subscribers. If they've got challenges, I'm prepared to take them on. See where we go. About to get 12 laps out of this, maybe. Which will mean no stop. Ish. Kind of expecting these boys to pit at 8 laps. Hey Blaney. Yeah, it's been a while. No worries at all, my friend. Good to have you around. Good to see you at the weekend. Hope you're well. What's the weather like where you are? Hope it's nice and warm. Only 8 weeks till I'm there. 8 weeks? I think it's less than that now. I think it's 7. 7 weeks. Should be lovely. Our fastest lap of the race. Mr. Hazal beats Mr. Mangiano's lap time. I just don't think we're going fast enough, to be honest. Whilst we're keeping up with the AI, we're trailing them. We're not really challenging them. High 60s, what does that mean? In a decent temperature scale. Is that like 22, 23? On the Celsius? You guys use that funny Fahrenheit stuff. It was sunny most. I thought you'd have had a really good week, Lee. The weather was really quite good while you were away. Might have just had the usual Scottish cold wind. Should have got some great northern lights. Those boys are just starting to pull away from me. I've lost a little bit against them, so they might be speeding up just before they're pitched up on the next lap. And the bad thing about that is I'm going to lose my what's the word? I'm going to lose my ghost cars. Yeah, they do. Can't hold that against Blaney though. On to lap 8. Really think I want to mess with the diff settings on this just to sort out that slide, that braking problem. A bit late though, 20 minutes into the race. I want to finish lap 8 before that 41 goes to 40. I want to see these boys pit at the end of this lap. The reason they'll have sped up a little bit is because they will be lighter on fuel. We don't have a massive amount left, I must admit. I'll be disappointed if they don't pit. So just 4 seconds off the leaders. We did our fastest lap just 1 lap ago. No, they've not gone to the pit. Disappointment arrives. Another fastest lap for us. Not fastest lap of the race though. The disappointment there is the fact we're not going to get that 12th lap in, which is a shame. Can't really do out with that. That half a lap of fuel is a little bit of a waste. But we're on fuel map 4 for the first 3 laps, so still the exploratory stage right now, because we don't know what they've changed. This is the first time I've really gone for this race, so it's the update, that is. First time I've really driven this car in anger of any sort of guise. I'm guessing this is the 2 yellow perils again, or just one. Where's the other one? He's a little bit ahead. If we can catch these boys at the front, because they might just stack up behind. You saw the Mini a little bit. Yeah, that's helped us. Helped us a wee bit, half a second. And they've got the Mini to overtake, who's just going up the hill now. We've almost got 3 laps out of it. If I can just coast off a little bit. If we can try and save that 3rd lap. Brought a little back to Mr. Hazal. Margolino's gone to the pit, so did Brooks. That's where we wanted them, really. Mr. Hazal must have been reading the chat. He turned in too early then. Better line in there than me, though. It's a beautiful looking car, isn't it? Beautiful looking car. Doing it this way was no real difference the way I did it last time we did this. I was using the Corvette last time to get acclimatised to this race. Then we went on to the RA and then on to the Abarth. Just sort of working our way into it. I don't know whether using the slower car actually probably is a little bit of a hindrance, because you get acclimatised to a slower lap. Mr. Mangiano, are you going to the pits this time round? Are you going to... It looks like he's covering that inside line. Carrying on. No, he's not. He's gone to the pit. Beautiful. We've got 2-0, so we've got enough. We've got enough. And we go fastest lap of the race. So we're going to have enough fuel to do this and lap 12. And we should get both of those laps in just. And then we've really got to hammer the second half of the race to try and get that lap in. The difficulty we've got here, we've got no ghost car now, and we've also got not many cars to overtake in terms of back markers, which will greatly help us. So we've gone 2:26.842, previously beating that 2:27. So we beat by, what did we do? 10th and a half, maybe 2/10 to take that fastest lap, which is not difficult. Well, not bad at all, really. I was going to say not really difficult to do on the low fuel, but obviously just getting it sorted. We can put some faster laps in while they're heavier with fuel. That's all the better. Do we think they took tyres as well, maybe? We definitely don't need to. Fuel's absolutely fine. Looks like we're just going to have enough time to get the pit stop in and be out in time for the 30 minutes, which will be tremendous. Which will mean this drops into lap 25 if we can make it faultless. We're 22 seconds ahead of Lopez. And Suswillow there. Mangiano and Hazal are the ones to watch for. They're the ones who are chasing us down. My guess is Lopez and Suswillow have neither of those have pitted. They might be pitting on the same sort of frequency as we are. Come on, get through here nicely. Don't need to take tyres, we only need to take all the fuel. We need to be out of the pits before the clock ticks 30. That would be ideal. Here we go then, to the pits. No tyres. I'll take all the fuel and I'll have a little tipple drink. Oh yes. Just what the doctor ordered. Fuel goes in fairly quickly. Come on, time. It's absolutely bang on 30. So we're 3 seconds down by the looks of it. But it's going to be very close then. We've got to really get these laps under 28s if we can. Because there were some 29s in there as well, so... we got out 4 seconds ahead of Mangiano. Beauvoir's up there as well, look. Oh, Hizal's back in 4th. Lopez and Suswillow both look like they pitted. I didn't see them pit, I didn't look. Could be quite a nail biter. We're going to be heavier again. And we ran the first 4 laps, I would suggest, with fuel map 4. We could try later on in the race just increasing the fuel map just a wee bit, just to see if that can give us any sort of advantage. We're racing the clock now, not the other cars. Can't really tell how bad this lap's going to be until the next lap, because this will be affected by the pit time. That'd be interesting if Beauvoir doesn't pit. So it looks like we're 2 seconds inside the time. That wasn't a bad lap. Not really making much ground on Mangiano. 4-second lead. I don't expect to make much ground, to be honest. We didn't really make much in the first half. What we do know is these boys will pull up behind Orlando though, won't they? They will. Oh, don't run a wide line. I was going to try and scoot around the outside. He hesitated, lost 0.3 of a second. He was giving us blue flag line though, wasn't he? Good little Orlando Bloom. Already we've got that time back against Mangiano. Look, back to 4.1. Excuse me. What car's Beauvoir in then if he doesn't pit? That's tremendous. pepper. We can be inside the hour, the minute mark. We're good. We're 4 seconds in. You know the next one is going to be 2.5 minutes down. So whatever that's going to be, the 30-second mark, I'd be 22:30, something like that, won't it? That's where we need to beat. Back end just spinning up. Traction control not really being sufficient to cope with it on TC1. But the counter steer, the TC and the SM all working together to give us something in the way of stability. To be more stable through there in third. Find the faster line through there. We need to do that. Like we have here. Ish. As we finish off tonight, we're going to give away the first memberships of November. We will give 5 memberships away. Yeah, time looks bang on. I'm working on the 2.5 minute lap, so if we get to the finish line now before 22:30, we're still on. And if you look at the lap times, if we're doing 2:28s, we're going to gain 2 seconds every time, so should be well in. Brake's a little bit too late. So just gaining a second every time, which is good. Just don't need any incidents. Any incidents will take that away from us. Just 4.5 seconds ahead of Mangiano now. I haven't done any sort of pre-driving, pre-testing with the R8 or the Abarth, so we'll be going cold turkey on both of them. Just be trying it from nothing. Might have a couple of incidents. We need to be around about 7 seconds a lap quicker in the RA, so we need to be doing like 2:21s in the RA to do 26 laps. I don't know if we're going to do that, and we need to do 2:21s definitely. I think we can do 2:17s in the Abarth, if I remember right from the last time we did this. Thank you, Damo. We'll have a look. See if it's any different to what we've got. I've got some quite various range of setups for the RA. I've got some short shifters, I've got some high revers. There's probably nearly 50-60 brake horsepower between some of the setups based on tyre choices and whether you're going to use the weight at the front of the car to make it turn, which is what we've done with this one. We've banged weight into the front of it. 8 seconds inside the target time now. That 2:27.1 helped. Fastest lap of the race is definitely still ours. Added a second to Mr. Mangiano there. Those flags waving effortlessly in the wind is beautiful. No stop in the Honda requires average lap time 1:24 to roll over 26s. That's cool. So Honda's a no stop. Okay. I can't remember that. We need to go 4 seconds faster than this. That'll be interesting. No stop. How am I going to drink my whiskey if I can't stop? It's going to be a shocker. I'll have to be drinking it in between races. No stop FM1. Holy Chipotle. Wowzers. Have to see how that goes, won't we? This is slow lap. A bit gingerly through the long sweeping right-hander, didn't I? Make some time up, because this will be a, what, a 28.2, 28.3? We burnt a bit of fuel. 27.6, that's alright. We messed up on the fuel. There's a question. I think we're good on fuel. I think we're going to get the last lap. Can you pause because the whiskey's in front? I can pause, yes, but I don't plan to. We'll take a slow infusion rather than a heavy set tea bag type effect. We'll just do it slowly. And got taste. Now here's the thing, right? Question for you. For those that know or don't know, right? I'm a smooth whiskey drinker. I don't mind the fire, I don't mind the smoke, but I do like a smooth whiskey. So if I'm going to the USA, what am I buying there as a whiskey to bring back to sip rather than mix? Am I buying what I can buy here, which is probably pointless? Am I looking to buy something from out in the boondocks? Something like, I don't know, it'll be a sipping whiskey, won't it? But it'll be, their understanding of a sipping whiskey is something different. It's still very much rye, it's still very much bourbon, it's still very much either the range whiskey or something in a shouldered bottle. My favourite whiskey is actually Jack Daniel's Gentleman Jack. If we're talking the bourbons. If we're talking anything from Scotland, I'm in the world of smoke. I like smoked whiskies, so talking West Coast rather than East Coast. Then again, nobody knows. I'll just have to go and experiment. 6-second lead. Which is actually a relatively good time. Again, we're 12 seconds inside the target. Oh, and the camper's slowed down. That's had the engine swap taken away from it, hasn't it? Now, Pepper Potts there is obviously pitted because it probably has been 4 laps since we overtook him last. Camper is certainly on the prowl. If we can catch this bad boy quickly. Been driving without a ghost for a little while. This is nice to have a car to chase and follow. Didn't last very long. Still slow. 27.5 though is going to be absolutely fine to get us to the end. Not many laps left, just the 4. Well, it'll be 5 after this one, won't it? 20 through to 5. .27.5 is where it needs to be. That's us best part of 15 seconds inside the target time. That won't be long. Maybe 1 or 2 laps until Mangiano and his pit. Go. Come on. Keep it in the 27s, we're doing alright, I think. There's cars going up the hill in the distance there, that's brilliant, I'd love to be able to see that. I don't know whether this race finishes in the dark and it's all fireworks. 26.8's decent. Fuel load is coming down. Tyre wear is just starting to show. Mangiano's gone to the pit, so that's Beauvoir ahead, 11-12 seconds back. That means Hazal may pit as well now. Can't see where Hazal is. I think he's dropped way back. Mangiano's out of the pits. He was on softs. Bit slow. Where are we going to be now? You pitted twice. Okay. Yeah, understood, Amiga. I wonder if it'd be any better to go fuel map 1, try and put in faster laps, and then do the extra pit stop. You're going to have to find 22 seconds to take the fuel. So, whilst I appreciate I'm running a slower lap, I'm doing it to have less stationary time. That's why the fuel map 6 just sort of gets us where we're going. 19 seconds inside the time now. Oh, in front of us is the... Oh, what car's that? That's the Guiglia, not the Guiglia. Is it the Guiglia? It might be. What's it called? Lamborghini... I think it's the Guiglia. Lamborghini... No, the Alpha Guiglia, isn't it? It's the new one. I can't remember what it's called. It's gone out of my brain. I need to remake this car as a new one. Gazelle goes to the pits now. He's dropped down to 6th place. Must have had an incident. Maybe. It's the experimental car, or the test car, whatever it's called in the game. We'll find out as we overtake it. It'll give us a little flash of it, won't it? Won't, because we've overtook it once already. That's a shame. But he's backed up right behind the Mini, and he's now slow because he's in a convoy. Next up, looks like a Mustang, maybe? Mach 40 or something? No, is it? Not the Mustang, it's the old Dodge. Whatever it's called. Challenger, Charger. I remember. Brain's having a mental moment where it can't remember anything. All it knows is it wants whiskey. 5 minutes to go. It's either Pepper Potts or Mr. Orlando Bloom again. It looks that way, doesn't it? 25. I'm 20 seconds inside the time for 25. Need to find an extra 2 minutes 10 seconds, 2 minutes 7 seconds. To get to 26. It's all about just finding that rhythm, finding a good stable setup that will let you do what you need to do. The car's not really being pushed at this moment in time. I'm not really giving it the beans. We could mess with the rear diff just to give us better acceleration and a little less slide on braking, but it's okay to drive. It is not sharp, not harsh. We've got the fuel to drive all the way to the end of the 25th lap as well. Should be good. There's a chance of going maybe third on the friends list, or at least bottom of the 25s, which will probably be something like 6th, 4th, maybe 5, don't know. Can't remember. Brain can't recall things. 27 seconds ahead of Beauvoir. For the 27.4, half a second inside the target. Got 2 laps to go. We could actually crank the fuel a bit. If we can just find a little bit more. Low on fuel, we'll burn some fuel as well. Sun's coming down. We got the 1 lap to do after this. My first finger's cramping up my gear change. Well, it's not my gear change finger, it's the one that holds the wheel. Almost 30 seconds inside the target dime, so 27 seconds inside. We're on to lap 25. Beautiful car. E-Type, absolutely stunning. Time's just about to tick away, 5 seconds remaining. And anybody crossing the line now is tantamount to getting the flag. So Beauvoir finishes. We're going to put a lap on everybody then, which is good. Thank you, Damo. Solid little run to start the day. Yeah, no worries at all, my friend. I'm sorry it just took such a long time to do. It took a while for the car to come into the shop, and I know I'd sold it, so I had to wait for it, unfortunately. As we come round to finish, we should start to get the fireworks. Maybe as we come over the crest of the hill, we'll start to see them. We turn back to see the start-finish straight. Will the fireworks start to go? The cars going up the hill there. I really enjoy that about this game. The draw distance and the fact that you can see the other cars all the time. They're permanently drawn, which is brilliant. Yeah, absolutely. I actually did that at the start as well, so I'll go through it for you. And you can copy it down or take screenshots, whichever one you want to do. The gearing was only a final drive change. We didn't change anything specifically in the gears. Look at that, the fuel's going to run out absolutely perfectly on the line. Is Mr. Takeda going to get put behind another lap? He is. There we go. 25 laps. Oh, there's a celebration required. Ching ching. So 25 laps in 1 hour, 1 minute, 59.851. So almost as, damn it, 1 hour, 2 minutes. We didn't get the fastest lap on the last lap there. 2:26.327 on lap 11. We lapped Mr. Potts and Mr. Orlando on 6 laps. That was a big one. So let's take a look and see where that goes on the friends board. So 5th place. We are the bottom of the 25 laps because we're the last to do it. It's behind Damien there, but ahead of Sethanon, which was expected because of his 24. No fireworks. And we don't make the 25 laps onto that board either, but we weren't expecting it. Yeah, no fireworks, no drama. Yeah. Can't remember which race it is we get the fireworks. R.B. Gordon's was Beauvoir's car. Yeah. Take a look at that setup for Seth. Beauvoir. Oh, just hit that. Was he in? Come on. Why can't I see him? There he is. Oh, he's in the Gordini. That's what he is. Yeah, I'm sure it did. I'm sure it did. Oops. Sure it did. Right, let's have a look at that setup. Let's just go Seth what we've got. Comfort medium tyres all round. It just comes inside the target by 0.03. The suspension is as it is standard. We didn't change anything. The only thing we did in the auto shop was change the wheels to wide fitment. We changed the diff to 555. Can't change the downforce. Fully customizable ECU, we popped that down to 70. You got 283 brake horsepower. Ballast was 174 all the way to the front at -50. Power restrictor on 70. Manual racing gearbox with the gear set to 310. And the adjustment, all we did was we changed that to 260. So your final drive at 4.081. That's all we did by changing that. And we had no supercharger intercooler, but we had the low end supercharger, so we were just using the short shift where we can. Brake controller, which we didn't change anything on. We didn't set that to 3 or anything, did we? And we installed every available upgrade, which stroke up, titanium con rods, the racing crankshaft, increased body rigidity. That was your lot. It wasn't a complicated setup. It was just enough to make it drivable, which we could have had more power if it weren't for the harder tyres, but it just wouldn't drive very well. Right, you comfortable with that, Mr. Seth? I hope that was suitable for you. Now, where are we going? R8272. We're aiming for 26 laps on this bad boy. Settings, we can have a look at. This is a split setup, mediums and softs. We don't intend to change tyres. We will leave them as they are. Hey, Squeezer. What's oh, he's 420 motorsport. Okay. So 4 more messages. There we go. Damo says you want bonnet alter the gearing. Oh, says if you're using this setup going up the hill at the end of the lap, leave it in 3rd gear until it gets to top. Faster than going in 4th. PC0 default ABS, ASM on and strong counter steer. Okay, that sounds like my thing. Massive change in setup. Big change. Big change. The 555 Magic though. See what it's got for power. We've got probably more. He's got 139, we've got 168. But he's rocking less, he's rocking more ballast. And a lot less power. A lot less power all round. Gearbox 320, we've got 340. Okay, that'll be interesting. Gearbox, what's he got? Let's have a look. I'll try that. Oh, so different. So different. We're geared up for the short shift. Yours could be interesting, Damo. Very interesting. I might have to set this up. I'm going to give mine a quick lap of a test drive. You've got no ads on the right. I'm going to give mine a quick whirl, then we'll set that up. We'll see where it goes. So let's have a couple of laps. See what this turns into. This one feels incredibly slow. Doesn't drive very well though. It doesn't drive as quickly as I would think it to. Fuel's come back. We don't need to worry about the short shift really. That time's not going to be fast enough. Like you say, 224s it needs to be. There's a few hours went into this setup, I must admit. Can't get the front end to cut in. We worked out we probably had enough room for half an hour's testing tonight, so a little bit of shuffling about will be fine. We're carrying more weight, I think, but more power. Be interested to see what tyres you've got on yours. I didn't think to look. A 233 out. This isn't going to be any more than a 228. This is going to be relatively slow. You got softs front and back. That'll be what gets you your turning. This doesn't have any turning at all. When you over speed the corner, you just lose the front end. Got to be really on point for the corners. You've got to be at the right speed. But to the rear on the brake balance, that's interesting. That's to help the car turn in, it is. Or to try and help the car turn in at least. Absolutely plenty of fuel. But I don't reckon it'll be any more than a 28, which isn't going to be enough. So we're going to need to go for Damo's setup. Yeah, this ain't going to do 223, it's not a chance. Okay, and I bet JB's shouting at the screen, short shift, short shift. There he is. He's waving his sticky finger out. Yeah, 28's no good. Make Damo's set then. Let's make Damo's. JB set one that was. We got Sphinxes. We got 4 Sphinxy sets. Got an Alsace here, which we'll wreck. Softs all round. Call this one. Aim. Damo. Right. Rev out the gears in this. Yep, we'll give it a whirl. Interesting. Yeah. We've got maximum ride height. Anti-roll bar really stiff. 40. 25. Damping ratio 50, everything 40. Natural frequency, absolutely everything. Negative camber 6, everything on the front axle. 3.5 on the rear end. So 0, 0. And we've got the magic 555. We could probably get some more speed out of it by just tweaking that brake sensitivity, but let's see where we go. So we were 309 on the power. Well, that was this setup was 309, wasn't it? That's not the one we were using. 187 minus 37. Interesting. 78. Oh, let's look where the power moves to on that. Look. Yeah, that flattens out. 320 on this one. It might. It might do. We'll have to see. Have to see where it goes. So this was very much 5 all the way to the end. Individual gears tweaked, I guess. Yeah, it is just a fraction. 260, 20. And 3.5. That's a long way. 253, 2046, 100. Never know, it might be everything that it needs to be. Now, appreciate you've got different different helps. No supercharger. Nothing. Wow. So can I run the supercharger? I think we can run the supercharger, can't we? Well, the high turbo. Oh no, it comes well inside. That's well wrong, isn't it? Yeah, why did that show that it was alright? Interesting. 452, that's well inside. What should it be? $459.99. What have we done differently? Is a brake system and stuff different? Can't change any of that, can we? Huh? 78, 187, 78, 320. I can tweak this then, can't I? I can tune it basically. 139 is the same, but you've got 159.99. Why is that weird? You watch, it's going to have a little moment on us. Say, no, you're not going to do that. When we enter the race, it's going to change it, isn't it? You've got TC0, default ABS, ASM on and counts. I'm going to run TC. See where it goes. Let's have a quick practice. Gonna let me go in with the changes. Rev it out, it says. It don't go anywhere, does it? Little tap from the Mustang. Drives more keenly. Lamborghini Miura, that's it. P400 Bertone prototype. That's the bad boy. Gear change is really slow. I got the manual and not the racing gearbox. Is that what it is? Can't change the gearbox, I've obviously got the racing one. Feels faster. Said keep it in third, didn't you? We're going to fourth. Really good setup, I really like it. It drives really nicely. I can brake and turn in, it's decent. Second and a half quicker on the outlet. It's got plenty of fuel. Doesn't feel tremendously fast though, in terms of Mr. Margolino. Much better into the corners. A little bit of tyre shake. Should have kept it on the hard stuff, shouldn't I? If we can find the right line round here. Almost. We hit the wall. Lap time 2:25. To up that pace just 2 seconds really. How purple will this be? Just half a second. Not enough, he says. Tyre's not really taking any heat at all. Which is good. Brake balance all the way to the front. That kind of works for me. Might need third gear to get up the hill. It's a great setup, Damien. Absolutely awesome setup. Drives really, really well. Doesn't shift the car, it doesn't move at all. Are we too far behind to keep this one going? Do we need to start again and go faster? Do we think we can rattle this one in? Can we make the time up, do we think? Still really only practicing. Is there anything we can change? Can we change that? The braking element of the rear diff to like 20. See if we can force this car out the corners a bit faster. Widdowmaker. Yeah, I think it's all in the diff. I don't think we're going to get there. It's just going to get faster and faster and faster, this setup. Just going to get faster and faster. The question is how fast. Next one I'm looking for is a really good Abarth setup, because I haven't got one. I've got a really dodgy, risky one. We're a second down in the second sector. Holy pachulpa, how does that happen? Because we missed the centre of that apex, didn't we? The big bend. Right, let's have a little tweak then. Let's see what we can do. See. I think the only thing that this needs, and we'll know as soon as we've done it or not, we need to see if this is going to give it any more release out the corners, which will be interesting. Gave it a bit of power, didn't we? Now, we could mess with this a bit. Just going to change the torque curve ever so slightly. Oh, that put it up. How did that? That was dreadful. Wow. So that dropped the horsepower just marginally. For no good reason. Interesting. Right, that was coming. It was. Now let's just push that back up to where we had it. 59.96, wasn't it? $932. Strange. Right, let's see if we've got any more acceleration out the corners with that little turbocharger. I'd love to be able to hit that with that, but we're not going to be able to do that, are we? Way too. Let's see where we go. Let's see if we can get a little bit out of this. Might go all the way to 60, yeah. Want to hit him really. This might be a coaster, you know. It genuinely might be. I do have TC1. The TC really isn't coming in. So it's only there as a safety net, really. TC is not cutting in at all. Yeah, TC's not cutting in at all, is it? Can't see it hitting the throttle at all. The only thing we can see is the clutch. So, how can we get more umper, more power, more gruntioso into this? I might try the lifty coasty technique a little bit. He's already home. He's already sat on his sofa. It's close, isn't it? 24.6, and they've all got to beat that. Did you say they've all got to be sub 24s? Or they've got to be 24.5s? $1,700 miles, Jesus. I'm doing that in, I think I'm doing slightly more than that in the States. Like 2,200 miles the route we're taking. One way. .224 average. We'll make up 7 seconds off the first lap. So I think we're there. I think we've got a setup that's going to do it. It's just the driver. You say that, Lee. You say that. Big wide open roads. Loads of room. Baking hot deserts. Yeah. Should be an easy drive. 300 mile a day. All we're going to do. We're doing all the miles in 7 days. So. Yeah. Oh, I intend to. I know some of those Scottish roads, you're only doing 40 mile an hour at the most. So easy to lose time, isn't it? So easy. Right, let's just have a little bit more of a tweak. I'm just going to change this. Oh, shish kebab. See how much that changes things. Oh, helps if we change gear correctly. That was grass, wasn't it? I don't know why it wants to do that now. It's changing gear right as it comes off computer control. That's really weird. Scottish Route 66, it's beautiful views. And about 10 years ago I cycled from just north of Edinburgh over to Fort William, and it was absolutely stunning. It was just over 100 miles, just under 6 hours. It was just over 6 hours, sorry. It was a bit of a trek, up and downhill, but it was absolutely fabulous. Absolutely stunning. So the back end brake's free with that setting. I think I'm happy with a 5, 10, 20. Then we'll see where it goes. Yeah, I think I'm happy with that. Gatwick to Inverness. Right, are we ready for the next run? This is Damo's setup with a little tiny bit of tweaking. Try 10, no, 5, 20, 10, wasn't it? 5, 10, 20. This is Damo's setup. Thank you very much for sharing it with us. And yeah, Scotland's a beautiful place. I want to go back. I want to take the missus back up there and enjoy a bit. Midges did me head in a little bit, but we go from there. Right, bottoms up, folks. 1 hour non-stop. Trying to average 2:24.5. See where we go. We don't need to worry about fuel. this feel it needs to be faster, but 224s we need to average, sorry, 224s we need to average. I don't know how we're going to do that. We're going to have to really put some juice in. Extra 7 seconds on the first lap. We don't need to stop, so we'll bully our way past the AI to start with. Aero damage is minimal, we don't need to worry about that. That's just when you were getting out of bed in the morning though, wasn't it, mate? Really want to try and get past these guys. Yeah, it should do, I would hope. Faster as it goes, fuel goes down. Now we've not got quite as an easy guide to knowing how fast we're going, other than very basic maths, because the lap time's a little bit further away from the 230. Lost my chances. That's annoyed Mr. Margolino a little bit. To its back door, then that was me trying to coast. The car seems to accelerate a little bit as you come off the throttle and brake, and just let it coast. It seems to want to carry speed through the corner, which is tremendous. Now brake just a little bit later here. Try and do the no brake, no throttle technique. Get through the corner there. No, we have to take some liberties with the AI, unfortunately. We need to be shuffling along quite quickly. No real delays. Got to try and avoid that curb on the inside there. That's just going to unsettle the car every lap. There we have it. Second down. Yeah, we should be able to run a few unmolested laps. The clickable banner there has just come up for the merch store if anybody wants to take a look. Added some more items in there this week as new products have come available. If anybody wants any Widdowmaker merch, that's the place to get it. Try and carry just a bit more speed through there. If you do hear popping and banging in the background of my microphone, it's actually fireworks going off. In the UK right now we're in fireworks season, so the local youth are running street battles at the moment. And they're not riding up and down on their electric motorbikes. Right, try and avoid this inside curb. Come on, lap time. Don't know how close this is going to be. 2 seconds in the negative, aren't we? Really? Didn't really back out the throttle enough there. .224.8 as an average lap isn't going to be, as a fastest lap isn't going to be enough. By first corner down to second and rev out, okay. Try and push it up the hill a bit. Keep it in the topper end of the rev range, I guess. ITC 0, we could do that, but I don't think... I'm not being negative, I'm just saying I don't think the TC is affecting anything. So then it doesn't matter to have it off. Evening, Graham. I haven't said hello to you, I don't think. Out second. Orlando Bloom and Pepper Potts are running together. Evening, Dorian. Welcome. Long time no see. Dorian's claiming he's not being aware that I'm streaming. Be interesting that to see if he didn't get notifications, because I started the stream 15 minutes early today. I was a 26. I'm as slow as shit. Trying to go faster, I'm just going slower. I wonder why that is. Maybe YouTube and Twitch don't like me no more. Maybe my bad language. Consumption of alcohol. Even though it's only a very little amount. Nasty driving, abusing the AI. Just didn't look at notifications. He did look at notifications, okay. I'm sure we disturbed Dorian's watching of Das Boot and Alvida St. Pet. That's what happened. He was heavily engrossed. F1 qualifying, that's what it'll be. Yeah, that's what it is. I understand the appeal. No offence taken. Very critical time of the year for the F1. Fully understand. Right, we're finding some speed now the fuel's coming down. I'll do less of the coasting. I'll do more of the throttling. That's 45.01, 7th lap. That's kind of where we were. We're only a straight ahead, aren't we? Ah, it's a settings error. Move to Sunday. Oh, Sunday morning quali. Happy days. They did say rain was going to hit into Lagos, didn't they? I think it's a very difficult challenge you've set here, Damo. Very difficult. .26 on this one. Don't think we're going to get it. Too many slow laps. Look. Not fast enough. Not fast enough. Need the rhythm. But we're going to keep going because we can't afford to quit out. Got to see if it's plausible, possible, maybe-ish. I just couldn't get it to stop. You can't chuck it in late. You have to brake this one progressively into the corner. You have to pick your early spot, brake, and then let the car get through it. You can't charge up to the corner, unfortunately. Try and keep momentum going. Lap times are terrible. Terrible. So we effectively need to complete 25 laps, roll the wheels over for the 26th lap. What we need to do. What's the questions for Dorian? Dorian's going to go, your times are miles off. You're not going to make it. You need to do in 2:24s every lap. That's what he's going to say. Do 18.5. No, that's if you're doing 27. You're only doing 25, so you roll your wheels over for lap 26. That's the time we've got to do in the Abarth. 7:30 local time, 10:30 UK. $7:30. Oh, 7:30. Is there only 3 hours between here and Brazil? That can't be right. It's got to be 5 hours, surely. Howdy, Detective. Welcome. We lost a whole chunk of time in that middle sector, didn't we? We're in a NASCAR league. 2:23.5. There's 7 seconds we've got to gain on the first lap. To enter the 26th lap. Okay. So we're miles away. We're not doing it then. It's not happening. I'm going to quit out in a moment and we'll start to look at the Abarth because this ain't going to do it. Not with me driving it. I've never got this to 26 laps in my life. We're not going to do it. There's nowhere in the world I can run 22s with low fuel load. Not a chance. And then we've got to go to 2:18.5s. I have to run 22s definitely, and I'm not going to be able to do that, I don't think. I haven't found a way that I'm going to be able to run 22s. We could look at ways to improve the setup. See if we can run turbo of some form. Because fuel-wise, we've got more than enough. Gearbox we could probably mess with to try and give ourselves more. But I just can't see us getting the lap time down much further. Yeah, 2:19s, 2:20s in the Abarth. That much we can do. So, unlucky Damo, I'm not going to beat your time, so congratulations, you've got me beat on that one. We've already got the 25 laps, haven't we? We've already got the 25, so there's no point carrying that on for 25. I like Randy and LA's time there in that Carrera GTS. That's decent. Proper decent for 25. Now this thing is an absolute hoon bucket. We're going to have to see what this one delivers. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That much we do know. This one is an absolute monster. What was the actual setting? This was a Mr. Ridley setup, wasn't it? Yes, Mr. Ridley. 459, 61, 100, 100, no restrictor. Yeah, let's see where it goes. Let's see what this is like off the line, and I genuinely don't know whether it's a fuel map 6 or it's fuel map everything. It wants to kill me, it wants to kill me, it wants to kill me. It's fuel map 6. Holy shit, kebab. Can't drive it, it's an absolute nut job. Wow. TC was on 1, wasn't it? We might have to put TC on 4 if I remember correctly. That's what it was. No, 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 no. Oh, it's crazy. It's absolutely mental. Wowzers. We might need to change the wheel settings for this. Right. Medium RPM turbo. High RPM turbo. Low RPM turbo. Short shift it. Short shift it. High RPM turbo. Don't know. There's all sorts we can do. The old initial torque on 555. We do that, can't we? That'll settle it down for a bit. 415 on the medium turbo for now. Look how crazy that that torque curve is. That's mental. The torque curve and the power curve just running sort of that way. That's just linear to a degree. It just absolutely gives you everything all at once, all the time. Normal and medium are about the same, aren't they? There's just 30 brake horsepower difference. That might actually save some of the drama. Wish I could Just when you enter the corner, it becomes a problem. Got to try and work it. It's just such a small car. The wheelbase is so short. It wants to turn all the time. Look what the rear toe's like. $217.5 on it, so this has got to be a 222, 223. Jesus! Didn't expect that, not at all. Did not expect that. So toe is at... Why are they at that? Don't really need that, do we? Interestingly enough. Know what that's going to do. If we can get it to come into corners, why not? We're gonna have a fun hour trying to get this around. Absolutely savage. I'm roasting. I can't believe it. Wow. It's on fire all the time, isn't it? It is just alive. Can't imagine what that natural frequency changed up there. Oh yeah, I can imagine. Oh, isn't it? Absolute animal of a thing. Just trying to get the twitchiness out of it. Which is just never going to go, is it? It's just all about throttle control. Don't want it to dive. If it drove as well as the Daytona Cobra, and we could just steer the damn thing, it would be fine, wouldn't it? Somebody's done Somebody's actually done 27 laps. Nothing else that rivals it though. It is clearly the fastest car on this track within this category. It really is. Probably should have changed up a little bit earlier. Doesn't want to stop. Now it wants to spin around and do all sorts of shit. Come on, stop it. Yeah, matched it. Right. I'm going to take a very quick break, gentleman break, and I'll be back. Fun car, says Dorian. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, what do you need to do to keep it on the road? Well, I was just thinking about that. These 2 extra wheels. Yeah, 2 extra width of wheels. Let's have a look at not just Mr. Ridley's setup. Let's have a look at Mod 2 gears. Now, this was much lower brake horsepower. Sorry, much lower PP. Running no weight. That's the interesting thing. Ridley's was carrying 35 ballast. Try and settle the thing down. That's all the way to the front. Interesting. The one 52 brake horsepower, high RPM. Power restrictor was set at 92 just to try and cut your horsepower. That do. Drops the horsepower a wee bit. Torque's down significantly. Got all the mods, hasn't it? Yeah. Now in terms of gearing, put the bigger gear into it, it would not necessarily slow it down, it just take the gear changes out. You had 95 ballast at 40 minus 45. Let's try and see if the extra weight helps. Let's see what that. See if there's any. I was going to say foreplay in it, but I suppose that's completely the wrong process to follow. The wheel spin there was mental. The thing just lurches. There's some softness in the suspension I don't like. One thing I'm going to go and do in a minute is check the wheels. See if we've got really thin rims on. Put some big meaty tyres on. If that can be comfort softs. As in meaty comfort softs. We've yet to complete a lap, which is always positive. That's what I was thinking about doing. I was thinking about stretching the gear out. There's definitely a wobble in the suspension that I don't like. Don't really need to come to a stationary stop every corner, do we? When we slide to the right or the left. And then it just does that. Absolutely horrible. Still an animal, yes. Everything's an animal. What are we, 11 o'clock? Yeah. Never good, is it? So... try and stiffen that up a bit. That's there, that's fine. I don't know why that is where it is. Don't mess with that. Completely trash the setup. It is what it is. Now I'm looking at those tyres, they look incredibly thin. I'm gonna just have a go at only 200 miles for the day. Gonna have a go at putting bigger tyres on so we get a little bit more thing. You know what I mean? Get the oil. Now we're good. Wheelies. Wheels. Look at them, they're so tiny. So tiny. These little monsters on it. 12 inch. 12 inch. Wide. Wider than a wide thing. Better. Some rubber. We'll do some less sliding now. One hopes. More whiskey. That's what we need. More whiskey. And it is a JB Designs skin for the GT Omega. I don't think we need it all, you're right. I don't think we need all that power. I think if we could get away with no turbo, to be honest. I think no turbo would take the top off. You see what I mean? What we don't want it to do is bog down. It's on normal, no turbo, which is good. It's got 381 brake horsepower. Taken the top off the power at 92. Weighs 632 kilos. And it's got big chunky tyres on. The only thing we need to do is target 217.5 on the lap time. Which... it's got a little drift into the corner. We stiffened the suspension up a little bit, which we probably shouldn't have done. Has it almost got the fuel to halfway now? It has. So it's a one stop. Easy for you to say, Lee. Look at you. You and your stiffy. You double entendre. You got years on us though, Lee. It's likely to be stiffer, I think. Can't get it to slow down. We need to work on slowing that down, don't we? The R8 is faster. I'd rather put the effort into the R8 and get 26 laps than drive this sack of heapadonkalonk. In all fairness. Yeah. You worded it that way. My steering wheel has just done something really weird. We're going to make as much progress in that as we are slapping ourselves about the head. It's just not going to work. Yeah, I've done... I think it probably can. Somebody has actually done 217.5s. This dude here has done 217.5s. Yeah, I think we could... to get 26 laps, I think we've got more chance of making it successfully in the RA. Because it's possible. I just can't complete a lap in the Abarth. I need more time on the setup. So, with this one, which is really, really good, if we can get this to just be that little bit quicker, we can make definite headroom. This has got PC on, hasn't it? We don't need to worry about that. This has just not got any sort of radical pace, and it saves 22 seconds because it doesn't need to pit stop. But we need to do 2:23.5s. So I think it's a gearbox tune on this that we need to mess with. Yeah, I think it's fourth, and whether it's fourth or fifth. Let's have a look at. Mr. Sphinx is 3.4. He's running 279. 260, so he's running higher top speed, but with a different size final drive. Interesting. What was JB's running? I just said 340. Oh, look at that. Really close ratio gears on a short shift. 225. I don't find the short shift to work for me. Can't get my head around it. Double shift. That one is the same. Modified Mr. Sphinx 270. 8. 238's lower, isn't it? Not jumping all over the place, will it? Yeah. I just wonder whether this... That's just going to stretch it, isn't it? Let's take the gearbox from Mr. Sphinx. Have a look at that. This. Slightly different. Let's take that one and set Demos to that. Not because Demos is wrong, it just, I think we need something of that ilk. And we can always reset. .4. Drink whiskey while we're waiting for this. Oh, no we can't. No engine swap, no. 279. Ooh. Was? Huh? Yeah? Ah, bug. Yeah. Nitro, I don't believe nitro's allowed. Don't believe nitro's allowed. I might have to change to racing box. There we go. No, it's no good. What? What? Had to modify the gearing a little bit. They've changed the ranges, obviously. Change first gear first. We'll get back to that then. '88. Huh? Look at that. Why is that? Why does it do that? That's strange, isn't it? That's weird. Okay. Happy days. See what changes. 460 pp or less, that's correct. You are quite correct. Needed to take the power out. Close. Actually, no different, is it, in terms of acceleration and speed? Now it needs a medium turbo. It needs a bigger turbo. I wonder if I didn't change the range. Because I'm getting nowhere near 5th gear. Head up the hill in third. Sorry. There's the wall. Oh, yeah. Deserve that. Fuel is good. That time's the same though, isn't it? Hey Corinne, welcome. Good evening. Just like Deep Forest, we're going to need to have a little bit more patience and a little bit more understanding about, oh, shish kebab, the Abath. It's a little bit more of a challenge. What I'm going to try and do there, just change that range down a little bit. Take that down to 310 maybe. See how much that moved? That was quite weird, wasn't it? 270 maybe. Yeah, that makes it change. If we can get up to the top end of 5th now. A little bit more acceleration maybe. Thankfully that Datsun was there. Handles beautifully. The suspension setup on this is brilliant. Can't fault it at all. A little bit of a tug from the Lambo. Not getting anywhere near to 5th still, are we? Oh, look at that. Drive up the hill in 3rd gear. It's tremendous. That's 3/4 of a second quicker. Now what did we say we needed to get to? This is a no stop, so it's just a natural. So we need 235, 230, 225s. Oh, there's the exact timing. Yeah, 230, 223 5s will do it. I and we're not going to do it. It's just not going to be quick enough. We're way faster than we were because look where we are ahead of the AI, but I think this is going to be touching 25s, not 23s. One second down. Let's see how far we can push it. Let's just persist. Trying to find that fastest line and then maintain the momentum, keep the speed up, try not to drop the top speed, but I don't know whether that's working or not. Next timing sector is after the big bank corner underneath the gantry opposite the pits, isn't it? Blown it there, just got the angle wrong. Turned in too early. This is one of the hardest ones though. Can't knock that. This used to be dominated by the refrigerator. It was such a different race back then. As the monitors just said, that's your 3 hours. Good on your monitors, thanks for keeping me in check. Too much of a drop. Come on, fastest lap, every lap. Desperately trying to make this coast technique work. No, 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 no. Why did I choose first gear? Ah, that's so frustrating. So frustrating. Because the lap time was coming. Let's just continue the lap time progress. Because that would have been a 24.150. I only have to find half a second, and that half a second is really in technique and line. That's where the difference is. Wow. Interesting. We have changed the rear diff and we have changed the gearing, so there's going to be a little bit more at the back end, but I still haven't seen traction control really want to cut in. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, Damo. It would have been somewhere there if I'd have carried it on. It's not going to happen tonight, but been a really interesting evening of a really interesting evening. Been an interesting evening of interesting discoveries. Didn't quite make the gains and advantage there, did we? Feels like the oil needs a change. Definitely the line. Needing to find the optimal fastest line. That's what it's about. Once that optimal comes down, we know we've found it. It's such a drivable setup that we know it can be done. If I can brake a little bit later into there. That's a lift there, but I don't think it needs oil. I was just saying that. It just felt like it was just that little bit sluggish. But look at that refiller that goes through the back window. That's quite cool. The fuel line went straight through that window. That's strange. Right, let's look at those laps. That's about as fast as a lap time I've done as an opener. I don't think I've done a 2:30, have I? I don't think so. Felt like we were really slow into that first lap. Traction control really cutting in now. No, I didn't think so. That's got to be the fastest out lap. Yeah, agreed, agreed. Marginally. I think I was running like 231.9s before we changed over to the bath. I need to come out that corner lower. Okie dokie. Going right small down, you see. He's learnt from the past and my wicked ways of restarting. We've done enough license tests on that corner to be able to improve that corner. Turn 1. At this stage of the race, I think so. We have to beat that average lap time, but got to get the car into it, haven't we? Needs to be a 23 regularly. Is commit to a corner in a gear. Please be purple. Tried to brake later into there, that didn't work. We definitely need to remove the brake balance from being all the way to the very, very front. Okay. Lost that at the end. Get in there. Get in there. Turn 1 was horrific. Yep, finding it. Just making it repeatable, that's the key thing. This is going to be red by about half a second, I reckon. Or 3/4. Happy days. Did we lose any more time? Yes. Really is just about finding that optimal lap. The optimal's coming down. So the optimal is now inside the target that we need. We just need to do that every lap. So I'm only that amount of time down on the target. 2.691. Do we keep going then? See if we can. Can we keep going? We might run over a little bit past midnight, but we're going to scratch that back in microseconds, aren't we? But if we can really start to really get the lap time honed and start to concentrate and start to really think about hitting the time, we're going to be able to do it. Yeah. That's right. That's right. Absolutely. Just shut up and drive, Widow. 3/4 of a tank. At some point I'll be trying too hard, that much we do know. Half a second lost. Oh, lost more. There's no wear on the tyre at all. Front wheels are just not suffering, rear wheels are not suffering at all. Not getting there. Come on. Not going to go all the way out to the right. I'm going to narrow that line down a bit. If we can just tighten it up by oversteering the front wheels. We lost less. Jesus. How do I improve this? Just find it. Come on. need to exit there a little bit later. Coming down a bit low too early. Yeah. Couldn't get it to cut back in. I am. I wonder, just 1 second. Default. Is default right? Should it be weak? No, default is what I'm sure Lee said it was weak earlier. Default earlier. I'm sure. Margolino and Brooks have gone to the pits. They're not far off. All I've got to do is brake earlier when I think I'm pushing too hard. I won't miss the apexes. Come on. Front tyres are starting to feel the hit. Come on, a 22 isn't far away. I'm 5 seconds down after lap 10. It's interesting, isn't it? I'm basically half a second off a lap. On average, half a second a lap. Which is really nothing in a matter of ways of things. But it means for the second half of the race I've got to improve by a second a lap. I've got to be running much quicker for the second half. But the fuel load is trailing off, and we're only 2 laps away from the halfway point. I can find that half a second by just perfecting the lap, can't I? That's a second down. Trying too hard at the moment, I think. And that's going to be natural. It's just a question of just smashing things out. Right. We know what we've got to do for next time. So I'm going to call that there, folks. It's 11:52 according to my clock. And it's time to give away some memberships. There's 10 people watching. I appreciate some people are already members. Maybe not everybody that's watching is a member. Let's see if those 10 active people can get themselves a membership if they want one. They want one. That is, and I get to drink the rest of my drink because I'm absolutely barren like a desert. Got 11 of them today. Lap 11, 6:106 down. Yeah. We just got to keep practicing that and find that little bit more, haven't we? Just got to find that little bit more. Right then, folks. Usual routine. We believe in you. Thank you very much. I need 3 people to give me a guess at a 3-star. NK from Dorian. Another person's watching. That person that's just joined, whoever you are, there's the opportunity to win a membership. If you just get involved for the next couple of minutes, tell us what you think your guess is, how much I'll win on a 3-star roulette ticket. 10k from Damo. I think it's going to be 5. Need one more. One more. Wilkie's coming with 5k. Chris P coming with shots. Welcome, Chris. It looks like it's going to be that one or that one. It won't be the cars, will it? 5k, maybe? 3k? 5k. You're all too generous. Except Wilkie got that one and Sethanon got that one. Well done. Welcome, Norman. Next one. Now, the way it works is YouTube believe that the more people that get involved, watch videos, comment on streams, comment on videos, have a chat, the more you get involved, the more they give away. So we've got 5k, 1k, 10k, that's 3. Let's see. 10k from Damo. Oh, look at this. There's some parts in there. Ooh, that looks bigger than 5k. It's a 10k. Well done, Sethanon. Well done, Damio. Well done, Chris. Another 3-star. What do we think? You guys are just watching that now. Unless you're on the YouTube, of course. So unless you're on Twitch. Twitch gets it a little bit quicker. It says I'm offline on Twitch, which is really weird. So, car, 6k, 5k. $500,000 from Damo. Never had $500,000 off a 3-star. Never. Car part from Chris. It could be. No, it's the lowest monetary value. Yeah. Understood. Understood, Damo. Damo? Dorian. 5k, who got that? Sethanon got that. Well done. 2 more. Invite, Dorian, that's terrible. Car part from Wilkie, part from Sethanon. That's 3. Away we go. Shock absorbers are there. Dastardly little Renault. No! No! Wilkie got it. Sethanon got it. 20,000 TT Coupe Quattro. They're worth nothing. Don't care what anybody says. Worth nothing. Last of the 3 stars. What do we think we're going to get? Last of the 3 stars. Lucky Chris, you got it. In the end, it just missed it. 5k, 1k, 5k, car. Dorian, that's tight with 1k. Let's see. There's a spare. Oh, there's a turbo in there. We're not. We're going to get the money, aren't we? Yes. That's where we're at. 10k. Nobody got that. Nobody. Oh. Now we're into the big bucks. Now we're going 4 stars. Now you can say $500,000, 500k, 100k. Invite, car. I think invites are going to be higher. I think they'd be 5 or 6, aren't they? So Dorian with 100k. Wilkie with a car. We haven't had a car yet. 30k from Sethanon. That's a good stab. I think Sethanon might be on with something. Damo might be on with something with parts. It's an invite. No! That's worth absolutely 0. We know what that car is though, don't we? So, hope nobody was waiting for that. Did somebody say invite? No, not this time. Such a disappointment to get an invite. 10k from Seth. 50k from Damo. Car from Wilkie. That's 3. Go. Don't want to keep you waiting. Oh, there's a crankshaft. There's a axle. Drive shaft. Ah, got the buckaroo. Happy days. 50? 30. Nobody said 30k. Unlucky. 1 more 4-star ticket. See where it goes. See what we got. 100k from Wilkie. 10k from Seth. 1 mil from Damo. That's a big call. Car again from Dorian. Okay. We're getting the exhaust. No, we're not. We're getting the blooming suspension parts. Well done, Opera. Welcome to the channel tonight. Nissan GTR Nismo, fully customizable suspension. That's worth it. That's worth it. I'll use that. That's all the 4 stars gone. Are we ready? Are we ready on the 5-star? The big ones. The big ones. $500k. Bore up. So precise. 500k car from Damo. Here we go. The big spin up. Let's see. Ooh, there's a couple of cars in there. There's an RCF. There's a Mazda. Got an engine swap. Oh, what's it going to be? Let's have something nice. Toyota MR2 GTS. So that's a standard engine. Go back into a car. So I could un-engine swap my MR2. Oh, unlucky, Opera. We got a standard engine. have to give that to the boosted boys. Right. Now, engine ticket. What car do you think the engine, or what engine will it be, do you think? I know Opera, that wasn't really very pleasant, was it? A Toyota MR2 engine. The boosted boys would buy it off me. Wilkie's right in there on the nail with engine. So's Damo. You're so precise, gentlemen. So precise. See, Dorian got it, 787B. Engine ticket for short, Mazda, that's the way. So he's going 787B. The Rampage engine, that's a good shout, Oprah. Sethanon, I don't like your idea. The Toyota 86 engine is actually the Subaru engine. Merc GT3, well, you're all having a good shout. Let's see what we get. Come on, let's see. It's one of 5 engines. It looks like a Nissan engine to me. A Ferrari 458 Italia 09. $250,000 buckaroo, that will save me. What does that go in? Is that just the standard engine to go back in? Or does that go in something like, I don't know, one of the older Ferraris? Oh, happy days. Not too bad. I don't think anybody got Ferrari, did they? No, nobody went Ferrari. Are we ready then? The final 6-star car. Yeah, I reckon it's going to be a VGT, I reckon. Wilkie's going car. One more. Is somebody going to go for the money? Because we haven't won a massive amount today. Citroen VGT. Good one, Damo. The 177. That's a bit precise. Wow. Waiting for the lovely Oprah to come. Oh, Oprah's got 1 mil. Yeah, I'm quite happy with that. Let's go. Let's see. I reckon it'll be a 3 million. Oh, it won't. I'll have that VGT. I'll have that. Yes. Thank you very much. There we go. The Audi VGT. That'll be worth a cool $500,000 to sell, won't it? I think that's a fairly decent car as well. It works. Right. You've all done your bit. Now it's my turn to do my bit. The bit that I said I would do. We get 1,000 collector points for that. How long would you think to take to get to 1 million? Stored in the garage. They're all gone and done. There's the lovely little thing. Let's hit the button and see who wins. Thank you very much for all being involved. It's appreciated. Here we go. See who wins. And then the first ones have been announced. Roy Race, John Winkles, Dav Hoff, Duff GT, and Never Quit 69. So there we go. 5 new members, or 5 members who I don't know have received, 5 subscribers who I don't know received a membership before. Normally it's the same guys, but on this occasion, well done. 5 new memberships handed out. And if any of you are in the channel watching, thank you very, very much. And there's plenty of members coverage for you to watch in there. Look at that camber on that thing. Absolutely immense. It's a great little car. Really handles really, really well. And with that, folks, the Ferrari engine goes in the Alpha 4C14. Does it now? Tonight is also... No, USA election is Tuesday, Dorian. Tuesday. They pick a strange number, but they've been voting for a little while now. 17% of people have voted so far, because they open the polls a little bit early with postal votes, but the main voting is done Tuesday. Yeah, it's fine. We had a little bit of politics today in the UK. The Conservative Party elected their new leader. That happened. Look at that camber. That's immense. See why it goes round corners really, really well. Well, that's going to be it from me tonight. Thank you very much, folks. Really appreciate you coming along. Tomorrow night is time trials, of course. We're going to set about that new time trial, I think. Let's have a look. Let's have a look and see if we're still on the other one. I don't know if we are. Before we say goodnight. Got a Viper. Got a Viper. Good night, Chris. Good night, Norman. Good night, Oprah. Good night, Wilkie. Good night, Dorian. Good night, Seth. Yeah, we are in on the Interlagos. What were we? 128, 164. And we're 127.9. So we're 2.5. We're a quarter of a second inside. Should be okay. I don't think we'll be bad. Dorian is still here, but I thought you said... No, you didn't say good night. But I'm saying good night. So... the Viper. Let's see if we've got an SRT10 Payos. Just to entertain and show you the car for tomorrow. Let's see. It's a Dodge, isn't it? A Viper. Dodge, 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 Dodge. Spectra. Da, da, da. 06. There it is. There she is. Nicki Minaj. Is it Nicki Minaj? Is that what it is? Might be. I think it might be. Come on, let's see the outside. The subwoofer in the middle. You need to wait after the end. No, I shouldn't be like that. I'm just messing with you. Right, folks, good night. Have a good one. We'll see you on the next one. All the best. Take care. Thank you. Oh, there she is. Lady on the... Winging it. Good night, folks. All the best.